welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is the Rat's Nest. Today I'm back with Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hey, everyone. As
always, today we're looking at Chainsaw Man chapter 101. Wowee. What a special chapter this was, Kyle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I liked it better than the last chapter, but this one did a really good job expanding on the last chapter, though, so I'll give it credit there.
Yeah, you know, it was a more simple chapter, but we learned a little bit more about Yoru, the war devil.
Yeah, it was more eventful this time around, I'd say.
And we got to see another familiar face.
Mm-hmm.
So just going through, you know, Asa and Yuko being friends and whatnot. It's like, oh, that's a nice little friendship. They're going out after school. We get to see that Yoshida skipped school today. And the funny, I guess, is he not serious about joining the Devil Hunter Club? Obviously, knowing that he's a Devil Hunter that Kishibe recognizes as something of an equal. It's a bit funny. A bit funny. But with that, we get some more. Just Asa and Yuko being friends. Yuko's parents were killed by devils, so it's like, whatever. Yuko gives the funny. It's kind of like we're manga main characters, don't you think? This maybe the true Chainsaw Man was the friends we made along the way.
Whenever she said that line, that makes me worried that she's just gonna die later on.
You see, at this point, Yuko has so many red flags on her. Like, I almost think it'd be a subversion to not kill her. So, like, I almost think that Fujimoto is going to keep her alive, right?
Yeah, it could be the next Kobanate, but not as tragic.
Yeah. And so, yeah, she leaves, and then Asa and Yoru on the bench there,
with the immediate line of "we should kill her."
Yeah, that's a good panel. And then Yoru going on, basically saying that yes, whatever is hers, she can turn into a weapon. But the more attachment you felt towards the thing / person, the stronger the weapon is. Interesting.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, because right out of that panel where it says we should kill her, she reconfirms the remains of your kills belong to you, which not only is it just kills, because we saw in her introduction where she can cut off, if you like remove a body part, you physically are like possessing it now, so she can do that. Remains of kills. The more attached you grow, like you said, the more powerful the weapon would become. And it's just kind of funny how she already has it planned out. Like, there's plenty of abandoned buildings. Just go into whatever one you want and just kill her.
And we also have Asa being more assertive with the war devil, Yoru. Asa being like, stop calling me girl, I have a name. And Yoru's never like, you don't call me by my name. The war devil's just awkward. And then Yoru's like, I'll allow you to avoid the subject for now. She'll make a better weapon after you've grown closer anyways. That's just based.
Yeah, and the reason that Brandon's calling her Yoru is because in the next panel, they agree to call each other by their names. So they're, all right, I'll call you Asa. Just call me Yoru.
Yeah, which is interesting because I read this online. Asa apparently means morning, and Yoru means night.
Oh, there's a name. Okay, well, yeah,
the question of did War Devil choose that intentionally? Probably, I don't know.
That is an interesting dichotomy between their names, where one is day, one is night.
Yeah, and I thought that was very neat. Of course, you know, as English speakers, it would be very easy to go over our heads.
Yeah, I mean, it went over mine until you said it. That's how I was like, wow, that's so cool. But for the Japanese readers, they're probably like, oh, cool.
Yeah, oh, whatever. What you call it? And this is also interesting. I don't know. This could be absolutely nothing. Where Yoru says, if it serves my quest to kill Chainsaw Man, I'll swallow everything you say. But in the first chapter of part 2, Yoru says that her goal is to make Chainsaw Man vomit up nuclear weapons. Now, obviously, like, killing Chainsaw Man would be a goal. But, like, maybe she just doesn't want to tell Asa because it's too complicated, or is there a reason she's not telling Asa? I don't know.
I feel like it's going to be both. After she gets him to vomit up nuclear weapons, just going to kill him so he can't eat it again at any point.
Yeah. After this, we have Asa being like, I haven't had this much fun in forever. Then we get the little dude saying that 7 out of 20 people are killed by devils. Now, you could choose to believe that at face value. What you call it? I personally think that maybe he's making that up a little bit because 7 out of 20 is quite high.
But remember the events of last part, Brandon, where
That's true. It could
how
be.
many people died?
Yeah, I was gonna say I read someone saying like that number might be a bit skewed by the gun devil.
Yeah, but either way, I think the statistic itself is interesting, and I'm not gonna like say I blindly believe it because it's not that huge of it's not that big of a detail like right now. I think it's a cool number if it were true, but as you said, it's probably swayed by the events of last chapter. Like on average, I don't think it'd be that high, but after part 1, where a lot of stuff happened, where more devils were killing because of going after Denji, yeah, that number probably shot up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we get to the next encounter with the Bat Devil again.
Yeah, the second returning character.
Yeah. I kind of like how the first fights for each of them were against Bat Devil. At least that's what it looks like right now.
Yeah. And we also get to see, this is kind of a minor detail, we get to see that Yuko and Asa they're holding weapons. Like Asa has a sword and then Yuko has like an axe thingy.
Yeah, and then we learn I have bad news and more bad news.
Yori's a great character. I love her.
Yeah.
I love her relationship and her dynamic with Asa.
Yeah, so Yoru tells her we can't beat the Bat Devil in our current state, and the worst news is when Asa is stricken with fear, she can't take over. And this is what I was talking to Brandon about in the before the recording. I said it's interesting because whenever I was first getting into this, I thought like, oh, she was going to be pretty strong. Like, in what encounter wouldn't she just pull out anything, make it into any weapon and just win? So I kind of like how they're giving limitations towards that. Also, you get the funny Kobani panel with like her body and 2 shoes beneath her. People have already made the Among Us joke comparisons. Feel free to check that out.
I never noticed that.
Feel free to do it as you will.
She do be drippy though.
Sorry, not Kobani. Yeah, the Asa comparison. I'm surprised, Brandon. I'm surprised you wouldn't have picked up on that.
I know. I can't believe I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, and then we get them running away, which kind of caps off the chapter.
Yeah, we get to see that the Bat Devil looks a bit different, and that is because as we saw with the Control Devil, with part 1 of Chainsaw Man, whenever devils die and then are reincarnated, they look different. They take a different form. Slightly different. Nayuta and Makima look similarly enough, but they are different, and we get to see that with the Bat Devil now. So the question is, whenever we see the Blood Devil again, what will the Blood Devil look like? If we see the Blood Devil again, I don't know.
I feel like we are. That's gonna be. They're gonna have to do something with that. I feel like, or I feel like Fujimoto is gonna follow up on that.
I think that the answer to that question depends on what happens with Dennis and what role he plays in the story. Like, once he's introduced, is he the main character, or does he play an antagonist to Asa? We just don't know because Dennis isn't here yet, and we won't know for a while yet because we have a week break.
Fujimoto is being very, very patient with bringing out Denji.
Yeah, Dennis.
Denji.
Yeah, Dennis. Denji. You know, it's I really like Asa and I really like Yoru, and I think after this chapter, last chapter I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get to see Dennis, but like that kind of made me accept like, okay, like we're not getting Dennis anytime soon, right? And I really like Asa and Yoru. I think they're going to be great main characters.
There's a big like dichotomy between them, like where they both have near eidetic starts to their journeys, where they both died or given a second chance by a powerful devil. They're just trying to figure things out, and then they come across the Bat Devil. There's other similarities too, but those are like the big main ones that I could think off the top of my head right now. So I'm okay with waiting on getting not Dennis, Denji.
His name is Dennis. His name is Dennis. It's so true. Thank you, Kyle.
But I'm okay with waiting on Denji if it means that we can see more similarities between Denji at the start of his journey and Asa and Yoru's start to their journeys.
Yeah. And real quick before we end it off, the question of who is going to come and save them from the Bat Devil, could they fight it off themselves? Sure. Personally, I don't think it's going to go the route of Yuko dying next chapter. I could be completely wrong. I can't remember what my predictions for this chapter were, but they were probably wrong. A lot of people say it's going to be Dennis. I don't think it's going to be Dennis. I heard one person say it could be Kobani. I was like, that'd be so funny and totally something Fujimoto would do.
You
if
know
it's
what?
Kobani, that'd be based. I think it's going to be Yoshida.
We should do that. At the end of our chapter reviews, we should give a little prediction.
That's what we have been doing. At least I've been doing.
Oh, well, yeah. I say Yoshida, but if not Yoshida, I think it'd be really neat if we saw Kobani, because again, it'd be a slight tease towards character from part 1, but it's not Denji yet.
Where's Dennis?
Yeah, hey, he's holding off on Denji, and I appreciate that. I feel like most authors would just be like, oh yeah, here's part 2, here's Chainsaw Man again.
Well, I mean, it is the series is Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it's not called War Devil Man.
But
sorry.
yeah, my prediction for next chapter, I think it's going to be all Bat Devil fight, and I think Yoshida's going to save them. If we get to see anyone come to their aid next chapter, I think it's going to be Yoshida. Yeah, like I said, second place, I'll agree with you, Kyle. I think it'd be Kobani before it'd be Dennis.
Hold on. I have a crazy prediction.
Yeah.
What if, now hear me out, what if Kobani found a way to start tapping into some of the War Devil powers without actually swapping with the War Devil?
You mean Asa?
Who did I say? I didn't
You
even...
said Kobani.
Oh, not Kobani.
I was like, Kyle.
I'm getting them mixed up because of the one panel with the shoes. I don't know why they look similar. At least to me they do. But yeah, Asa is gonna potentially, at least my prediction, I feel like it'd be cool if Asa could tap into some of the War Devil's power without having to swap. Not as strong, of course.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else you'd like to add on to anything, Kyle? Any final words?
Kobani is not Asa, and Dennis is not Denji.
And with that, if you're this far into the video, you obviously liked something, so be sure to like and subscribe and give me a big hug. And I will see you in the next video, which will be something. I will see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.